So as I'm currently scaling my own AI agency, obviously something that I need to learn and something that I'm learning and something that I'm practicing and getting better at is just selling. Because obviously if you want to sell high ticket AI agency services or just implementations or maybe build and release models, you obviously need to sell it. So let me just share with you something that's going to probably help you sell AI a bit better, and it's going to make it easier for you to just sell more AI automation. I'm just going to share with you what I'm doing right now as I'm scaling my own AI agency to 7 figures, and you can just follow along the journey. I'm not pretending to be some guru or I don't know 997 course seller or anything. I'm just literally sharing what I'm doing and what may work for you as well, because I'm just a couple steps ahead perhaps some of you, and perhaps I'm even behind some of you. So look, nothing like a guru 3000 online course selling 997 stuff. So look, the first thing is, the problem with selling AI is that a lot of people want it, but there's also a lot of data that proves that a lot of projects in terms of AI fail. And what I can tell you from experience as I'm reaching out to the industry, and I have my market, and I'm just going after that market, and I'm reaching out to them in form of just outbound right now. What I'm telling you is those people are very often skeptical about AI because the thing is, there's a trend. They want to implement AI, and then they go and they find somebody and they implement that AI with somebody, and they probably don't deliver or fail to deliver the project, and that is building a negative experience in terms of like AI automations and just overall AI word in the prospect's mind. So this is there was actually an MIT report done that literally 95% of generative AI pilots at companies are failing. By the way, this report was more about on like enterprise companies and everything, but I think you can even tell from experiences that right now there is a lot of people who are actually failing AI projects, and they are not as successful, and it's hard to deliver, and there's a lot of negativity in this space because you have a very low barrier to entry. So a lot of people are actually just selling some completely worthless AI solutions to businesses to make a quick back. And then what the problem is that obviously those businesses then form they have like an experience, so let's just say experience, and then that experience is forming a belief, and very often that belief is negative. So then this process is making it harder for you to actually sell the AI to them, because they have a lot of they have a negative experience towards AI, because a lot of projects are failing, plus there is a low barrier to entry. And the thing is, if you're going after a market that is even interested in speaking with you, like as an external agency, that means they're not that big of a company, because the bigger companies, they just do it themselves. So you're probably in the smaller market no matter what industry you're in. So this is why it's quite hard to actually sell the AI. So I'm going to share with you what I'm doing and what I believe will improve my sales conversion rates and what will actually help me to just sell more AI. So as you see, people are skeptical about AI, and people are also like, we have data that a lot of AI projects are failing. So first of all, if you want to, as the title of the video says, sell more of the AI, pretty much what you need to do is you need to do a couple of things. First of all, you need to make it work. And I know, especially in the beginning phases, it can be hard, but first of all, literally focus on actually making it work and make sure your AI is actually delivering the outcome you're promising, which is a topic for another conversation. But what I've learned is that like your AI, it just has to work. That's pretty much it. It actually has to get somebody from point A to point B, and it actually needs to make them happy and also make them money if you're in a B2B space. So we go from point A to point B, and that is a result that makes people happy and makes them money. And if you use AI to deliver that, and you properly can do it, then you obviously can make some economical monetary gains for yourself and your company. So focus on actually making the AI work. There is a lot of people who are just trying to sell AI, but it doesn't even work. So just try to maybe get a free project, try to work with somebody for free to make it work and learn how to make it work, and just map out the entire process. Like, the best thing is probably to get 1 to 2 jobs for like free, to just pretty much learn how to actually make it work. Then pretty much just map out the entire process and build like an SOP around everything, so you know what is happening and you just map out the entire process, so you can repeat the process over and over again. And then what you can do, which is actually the point of this video, is just show it. So what I believe is going to create massive trust, because here's what I'm observing. There's going to be a lot of trust issues in the market because the bar into entry is very, very low. There's a lot of people in this space. There are a lot of people who have no clue what they are doing, and they are just just pretty much making a very bad reputation in terms of AI. They actually just see AI as like as something bad because the prospects are seeing that AI as something bad because if you have some random guy who just learned about N8N yesterday and then he's going to go to some business and let's say this business is gonna pay him like I don't know 2K for something because they see the AI trend and he presents himself as an AI expert and then they have a bad experience, then if you go to that same company and if you actually know what you're doing and you're gonna say the word AI, then people are going to be very skeptical. So we need to be careful with that, and the best way to combat it is if you're selling AI is literally just show it to them. So let me give you an example of what I'm talking about. Let's say you sell AI voice, right? So you sell AI voice agents, which is a very trendy topic right now. And if you sell out AI voice agents, instead of like talking about the features, what are the lead conversion rates going to be, and just presenting something, literally on the call with the prospect, literally ask him for his phone number and literally use the AI. So let's just say this is a dialer, AI voice, and literally if you actually can make it work and it sounds great, literally call the prospect on the call and say, listen, Mr. Prospect, here's literally how this AI works. You're gonna call him, he's gonna pick up the phone, he's gonna be like, oh, that actually works. And with that thing, you're combating the problem with negative experiences in terms of like just AI. So you pretty much remove this negative experience objection because the prospect literally sees it hears it on the phone in front of their eyes. So in my opinion, something that can really help you just boost the conversion rates and make more money and actually sell more things is to actually show to the prospect. I actually don't like this color. To actually show to the prospect on the call that you can. Literally, if they are going to see AI equals it works, or I should say like your AI, if they literally see that your AI works and they are going to have undeniable proof because they are going to see it with their own eyes or hear it with their own ears, you're way more likely to actually like close more deals, and I think that can really impact your sales conversion rates. So yeah, I think it's a useful thing. So pretty much just make sure your AI actually works, make it work. And if it works, then think about like some interesting way to actually show it on the call to the prospect. The best way to handle any value objections is to literally show it to the prospect. Because if you call the prospect and they are going like with the example of AI voice, let's say you call your prospect with the AI voice and you ask, hey Mr. Prospect, how did that sound? And then he's gonna say, yeah, that sounded great. So then you can ask, yeah, so what do you think would happen if we were to apply it to your, I don't know, maybe you're doing AI voice reactivation, I don't know. You can then ask, okay, so how do you think that would, what would you think would be the result if we were to apply that across your 3,000 leads that you have in your database? And then he would say, yeah, maybe it would make me some money. And he was like, and then you could say, yeah, so here's my Stripe link for, I don't know, 5K setup for that. You know, obviously, don't sell it like that. That would be very professional. I mean, if you're joking with prospects, perhaps, yeah, but no, that's the point of this video. I just wanted to quickly explain to you that if you want to sell more AI and you want to combat this negative experience, and keep in mind, time is playing against us here because like look, the AI market is like, let's say this AI agency space is right now, I don't know, let's say, it's very hard to quantify, but you could just measure the amount of people that are in that are subscribing to personal brands in this space. But let's just say there is like just X amount of people, right? The thing is, with time, as the time will continue, oh my god, I'm horrible at drawing, but you cannot expect right now high production quality. I'm just focusing on value. Look, as the time will continue going, right? Look, the more time that passes, the more people we will have. So we will have X plus, I don't know, maybe 30%. Whatever. Let's say that just the market will be heavily expanding right now, because obviously this space is trendy. There are more people who will try to make money online. As always, people are hopping on trends, and there is also going to be a lot of people, in my opinion, who are right now going to move to some online making money, because there is going probably AI will replace their own job, so there will be harder for them in the marketplace. So our market is going to only growing. I think a lot of people are going to try to sell AI, replace some things with AI, or people that are doing AI coaching, AI consulting. The market will just expand. So the problem is, the more people we have in the market, right? The more, in my opinion, the more people that will enter the market, the more, like statistically, the more people that will, because obviously if you have the market a portion of that market will actually provide a high quality service. Let's say a portion of the market will provide like an okay service, and there's going to be also a big portion of the market. I need to find a color red, which is an issue right now because I seem to not be able to find it. I don't know why they don't provide red. Okay, let's just say this is red for the sake of this video. And then we will have people who will actually provide bad services. And the problem is, if those people are going to craft negative experiences for the market maybe you're after, and then even if your project is okay or it's actually great, it's going to be harder to communicate to that prospect that hey, I can actually make it work because they have a negative experience from the people that are struggling to deliver. So for example, from the marketing world, like if you're running Facebook ads, it's very hard to tangibly show a prospect. I mean, I don't know because I'm not running a marketing agency, but I think it's harder to just show a prospect on the call, hey, this is actually, like this can actually work. But with AI, most of the AI automations that are sellable to the market can be in some way actually just shown on the call, and that just creates trust. And if they trust you that you can make it work, you're going to just make more money, and it's just going to be easier for you to sell the AI. So I think that's what and that's also what a very experienced AI agency owner who's way further ahead than I am told me. So this pretty much can really increase your conversion rates and make actually you more money if you just show the AI on the sales call. Because the problem is, the more people in the market, the more bad people, the more they will create negative experiences for our niche that we're after, the harder it will be to sell it. But if you can properly show it, then this is a very, very big advantage, because if you can show it on the call, like, hey, I can do it, then you can just, because those people will still need AI. Like, there's going to be a big market for AI, right? I mean, it already is. So if you can make it work, and if you can show it that it works, you can just crush those people, because they're not going to be able to deliver anything. So yeah, because in the long-term market, obviously, is just rewarding the companies that are providing the most value, and in a form of just solving problems or adding or creating opportunities. So yeah, I hope this video helps you. That's the angle I'm right now taking with my sales process. So if you want to just follow along how I'm doing things, then yeah, you can just follow the process, because that's what I'm gonna do. And that's what I'm doing, and that's what is my strategy right now in terms of selling. Just show the AI that works. Show it on a call. Obviously, you have the entire like sales process, and that can be another video how I'm currently structuring my sales process. But yeah, so if you want to follow along the journey, and if you want more videos like this where I'm just going to be educating you and sharing what I have learned and sharing what can help me, then yeah, I'm just, as you see, I'm not serious, and the production quality is very, very chill. You know, as this sip of water just represented, I'm not making any cuts. It's a very transparent content. So yeah, if you just want to follow along the journey and like get the information from me and all my mistakes and what I'm just doing, then yeah, you can subscribe. So hopefully it's gonna help you, and hopefully it's gonna help you make more money. And if it does, then at least remember that you've learned it from me. So it's just spreading goodwill into the world. So yeah, take care.